Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to having you today in our training, which is going to be about ESQ, Age and Stage Questionnaire. And number three, it's because there was number one and number two for this questionnaires long time back and they keep updating on the number of the questionnaires, on the type, on the question, on the quality. They apply it on the kits, and then they keep improving it till we already have this questionnaire, which is the latest one and the most effective one. Everyone is able to see my screen. Is my sound clear? All is good, ladies. Please, could you put something on the chat? Thumb up, anything? Okay, thank you so much. Lovely. Thank you, appreciate. Okay, so here we are. Why we are here today? Why we are gathered here today? So today we're not coming here only to explain about the tool, which is very important, of course, but also we're here today about the big picture, the importance of parenting and teaching with the awareness. So, the greatest gift that we can give our children is not a material things, but our awareness and understanding of their needs is the most important one. Okay? So, let's continue with our training. Is there any question on the chat? Okay, lovely. So if you can see on the screen, I mentioned that we are going to learn about the tool. We are going to talk a bit about how important it is, the education. And here we're not talking only about the living things to provide the child with the food, shelter, with a good dressing, all of these things. Of course, it's important, but it's not the main and the major one. So if we are looking to have a child in a proper way, with a very positive personality, with the self-esteem, with semi-tracking on his development, so we have to look after many things, okay? So today, our goal, we are going to highlight how important it is, all right, talking and supporting the child in many different development area. And we're going to talk a bit about the development area. And also here, I would like to highlight about the quality time we give our children. Because these days, unfortunately, our children are able to get all the information, anything they wish to have through the technology. But unfortunately, what they really need is the love and the emotional support from our side. Here we are, and this is our main goal. That's why we, as a care provider, we, as a caregiver, as a parent, as an educator, as an assistant, we have to work on uh, giving fulfill the love for our children. Also, what I want to highlight here is, okay, let me just mute some people. Okay. Also, what I wish to highlight is the type of the relation. These days, the type of the relation.
O yung ano mo,
Can you mute yourself, ladies? All right, appreciate. Okay. The type of the relation between the child and the parents, or between the child and us, it's actually two type. Either it's deep or it's superficial. Okay, so the superficial one, it's based only on meeting the material need, like food, drink, clothing, without even though going deep to the emotion of the child. Okay, I'll just give you an example. There were some parents are communicating with their children only by doing a type of a basic question like, how was your day? It's good? Alhamdulillah. Did you eat? Did you finish your homework? This is the type of the superficial type of relation, while the relation that we are looking for, that our children really needed from our side, okay, is the deep relation. And when I'm talking about deep relation, I'm talking about building an emotional and intellectual communication, acknowledging the value of the child feeling. I'll just give you an question, a type of a question or an example. For example, what was the happiest moment in your day? And what was the hardest one? It's just to keep an open-ended question, letting the child to express their feelings, yeah, to share it with you. A mother may ask, I can see you're upset when you saw the face is sad. Would you like to share what do you feel with me? Would you like to tell me what's going on? Okay, this difference between the superficial relation and the deep relation, that the superficial relation is a physical presence and only meeting the basic need of the child, while the deep relation, it's an emotional connection that nurture trust and belonging. So please, we want to work hard on building this type of relation. I'm talking about the deep one. Okay. And in addition, also, what we can see these days, that the child has somebody supporting him in everything. Maybe it can be a nanny or the assistant in the classroom or in anywhere. So the mommy is not giving the chance for the child to be independent. The more that they let them help, support, and not give a self-care for the child, the more that his personality become bad and become worse. Why? Because this child need to be independence, need to build their ability and their awareness that I'm hungry, I need to eat now. I am, I need to use the bathroom. I am happy, I'm sad, I'm upset, I need to join this, I need to do this. These days, if you notice, ladies, many places or in many time, the child, when he play with the blocks, with anything, they don't know how to play and then they throw it on the floor. They don't know how also to deal with the toys, to deal with these type of resources. Even though if you ask them to tidy up, they will be shocked, like, this is not my job. There is somebody will do all the things for me. Okay? So we need to highlight these things and we need to keep advising our parent, please let the children share with you your uh, daily activity in your life. It is important to keep announce the parent and increase the awareness of dealing with the children, and please advise them through the newsletter, through the assessment, in any way, keep announce and keep educate our parent. It is important. Yeah. Well, let's move to the next, but I need to mute somebody here. Okay, Rowena and okay. So let's move to and continue in our training. Okay. If I would like to ask you, ladies, what is the most important skill or a value that you wish your children develop in the future? What would be this skill or this value? You can unmute yourself or you can write on the chat, ladies. I'll be glad to hear from you. Okay, let's take a look for our chat. Discipline. Thank you so much, ya Alia. Solving problem. Wonderful, ya Nadine. Good self-estimate. Ahsanti. Lovely, Diana. Thank you so much. Honest and self-respect. Wonderful. The behavior. Critical thinking. Lovely. Wow. I'm amazed. Thank you so much for all the wonderful answers. And here, thank you for mentioning the self-confident resilience, how important it is the foundation for the independence and the success. The communication and emotional expression. This is also one of the skills, ladies. Yeah, build the healthy relationship and to reduce the negative behavior. Yeah, being flexible, problem solving, you have mentioned it also. It support the critical thinking and the adaptability. Okay, I won't be able to talk. Okay, the empathy, the respect for the others, how important it is. Yeah, lovely. The love. What about love of learning and exploration? Yeah, it's a lifelong learning term. Yeah, not just a student passing grade, for the grades. Let me check who is unmute here so we can mute them. Thank you. Okay. So all what you have mentioned is great. Thank you so much for this huge awareness. Lovely. Okay, let's continue with our training. Well, we are going now to talk about, sorry, it's in Arabic. We're going to talk about the assessment. Okay, where it comes from. But starting in this part, let me say that the assessment is very important to understand the difference between it and the diagnosis. So, what's the difference between assessment and the diagnosis? The assessment, it means the collecting information that we are going to collect information about the child, their skills, their ability, and to see where they are strong and where they need a support. While the diagnosis is much more bigger. It's just like an umbrella. It includes the assessment, medical test, a specialist evaluation, an official identify for the child condition. So at the end of the diagnosis, there would be an identity will be for this child that he has this type of problem, for example. We have to work with this child about this type of methods, okay? Now, talking about the assessment itself. Of course, we did not sleep a night and then wake up and we figure out that there is a tool called an assessment or there is something to evaluate the children. No, it starts long, long, long time in our history, starting with our philosopher like Plato and his student Aristo. They talk, of course, about the importance of education and at the first year of the child, how important it is. And then in the Renaissance, okay, starting with the John Piaget, um, sorry, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, the Russian philosophy or psychology. He has a wonderful book for called Emil. It's focused how about the children, how they will learn. And then in the 20th century, we start with our psychologist, John Piaget. He has a very famous theory called cognitive development. And of course, the Erik Erikson, Vygotsky, and other a lot, but I have mentioned only these few people who are the famous, and we get a lot of practices we are applying in our nursery because of these psychologist people and their theories. Okay. Um, Now, for us as a Muslim, okay, and we are here in United Arab of Emirates, of course, the Muslim one, our Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, was the first teacher and the role model in raising our children with love, with kindness, and with a useful skill. All right. So for us in UAE and as a Muslim people, we really had the type of dealing with the children with our master Prophet Muhammad. Okay. Um, Now we're going to move about the child development areas. Okay. And in this part, uh, let me just explain that the areas of assessment is different, frankly, from place to another. I can see at the beginning many people register. I'm from Montessori nursery, Orangeville, blah blah blah, and many nurseries. And each nursery has its self curriculum or a framework they are following. All right. So, if you are following an EYFS framework, so there is a seven development area. If we are talking about Montessori, there is a specific also way of observing and independence and self-evaluate learning about the child. If we're talking about Reggio Emilio, also there is a specific areas we are focusing about, or the way of teaching the children is different. Also, there is a high scope curriculum which focus about the activity learning relation and the thinking skills. Now here I will stop to allow Ms. Hiba Imam join us and explain more about the curriculum and the developments area. Ms. Hiba,
Hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Hassan. How are you? Good afternoon. How are you? How's everything?
all is good. We miss you.
Me too. Um, I just want to say hello for everyone. And today it's a very important topic. We're gonna talk about ASQ and why it's important, and they cover which area for the assessment for the kids. First of all, I just want to tell you that ASQ, it will be so important tools to know everything about the child, and also to help the teacher, help the parents, help the community. Why and how? I just want to tell you the ASQ we're gonna use to know and to have the easy tool to check the children development, and it will help the parents and teacher so how the child is growing and learning. The ASQ also, we will know and we will find any delays early so children get help on the time. We will support the family and we will give the parents clear ideas about the children and what's their needs. They will take a better learning gut. And also the teacher, she will plan activity. They will be fit for each child stage. First of all, I'm gonna tell you the ASQ will cover five area. I want everyone to write it to know also. It will cover this five area. They will not see your curriculum. What's your curriculum cover? They will ask you a clear question in this five area. First area, they're gonna talk. First of all, I want to ask all of you one question. How many time you have parents, they come to you and they told you that my child is so good, but he just don't want the people. He have a problem in the social emotion development, I think. I don't know. Once you take him, you found him, he have too much problem. He don't have just this problem. How many times the parents come and tell you, my son is so good, he don't have any problem, but maybe because I'm here alone without all my family. And then the assistant, she come and tell you, or the teacher come and tell you, Miss, no, he cannot participate in anything. He have too much problem. The child, he cannot talk, he cannot walk, he cannot participate. He's not like that. This one, not because of the parents. The parents are lying. No, because no one know what is mean of that. Sometimes she just saw her kids are not walking, and he's 2 years old, and she told you, I have my cousin, he's like that, and suddenly he walk. She don't know how it's important. The early, if you know what's happened to the child from the small age, you can help him with the plan, with the schedules, with the activity. You can help him when someone will show him and say, this child have one, two, three. That's why now the UAE said all the nurseries and all the early years gonna use the ASQ to can avoid any problem like that in your school. The ASQ will cover this five area of development. Number one, the gross motor skills, like the big movement. This child already you will know the age. Miss Mahasin gonna talk to you about the age, and she will tell you this child, this sitting alone, they need help when they're walking. He can jump on the activity, or you should to help him. They will ask you on all of that. Number two, the fine motor skills. Okay, the fine motor skills, the small movement. He can holding the crayon, he can make the blocks normally, or he need help. He will ask you a very specific question, and you will find yourself you answer because it's easy. It will be so easy for us and also for the parents. Okay, he can understand the world. He can talking. He can express their need. He can say to you, "I need like that. This one, it's not nice to me. I feel hungry. I feel thirsty." Or no. Number four, problem solving. Okay, problem solving. Most of the kids they don't know. The problem solving is so important to know if the child in the cognitive development is okay or no. He can solve his problem alone if you put in your activity something little bit tricks, and you need him to know how he do. He need too much help, or he have a cognitive development. He know how to solve his problem. And number five, the person's social emotion development. He can playing with the other. He can eating. He can just dress up the clothes. He can just talk with the friends normally. All of this he should to know if the kids cover this five area of development. If the kids cover it, Ms. Mahasin now will tell you how we can collect it. But first of all, also, hi, Ms. Mahasin.
Hi, Habibti. Welcome.
Um, we need to say about the curriculum now, or you will tell
Yeah.
something and then.
Please, please, let's continue with the curriculum and then we will continue with our ESQ. And by the way, there is Miss Aisha. She wonder ASQ where it come from. Aisha, it's the abbreviation of Age and Stage Questionnaire. بالعربي هي استمارة المراحل والأعمار. All right. And if anyone please have a question, put it on the chat and we will reply immediately. Yeah, go ahead, Miss Hiba.
Okay. Now I want just to talk to you. Already, most of us, we said already we have a tool to check the progress of each child. Why we should to do now this ASQ? Why? Already we have. Most of you said already I buy an EYFS in early years foundation stage. I have my tool. I know already. I make it 3 times per month. I make it. Now this ASQ, it's covered the area. It should be in all the curriculum. Okay, this is how the so the child will improve or will grow up. This is the last thing we can do. The parents they can help. We will be all together work to can let the child grow well. Okay, we will return back to the five early years childhood curriculum. Okay, and what's make them special? The first curriculum, most of the nursery here in UAE follow the early years foundation stage. الكريكولم ده هو UK framework. We use in UAE because it's covered the 7 area of learning زي communication, physical development, literacy, math, understand the world, art, personal, social and emotion development. هو this curriculum is play based on exploration and focused also for the kids. The progress is talking through clever development milestone. They give you the milestone and you should to check every child how you can make the activity for them. Okay, and the Montessori curriculum now, this is a lead learning. The children choose their activity. The children who the one choose their activity, and also they build the independent self and also the responsibility for the kids. It's this curriculum, they make the kids have the responsibility and independence. Okay, and number three, the Reggio Emilia, it's Italy, and also this curriculum, it's based on learning through projects. The strong focus on creativity and artist expression, and also the teacher act as a parent, they let the kids not in structure, they let the kids lead their curriculum and the activity and the classroom environment. It should be from the kids who the one make the project for everything. Okay, and number four, the high scope curriculum. The high scope curriculum is used to plan to review. It's a cycle that children plan, do, then reflect. Okay, children, the one also plan for the activity. It's build problem. It's this curriculum. It's used to let the kids be a problem solver for everything. It's so nice curriculum, but it's hard here because the teacher know too much about it to can use in our nurseries. And last curriculum, it's a creative curriculum. This creative curriculum, they also work and focus on social and emotion grow. This is the most thing they work on, the social emotion development. That's why most of us use the EYFS because it's cover the 7 area of development in one time. And already I will give you now in the comment the five curriculum with it based on what to let you also return back on it. Thank you, Ms. Mahathin. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Hiba. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's great. Thank you for joining us and for adding a value for our training. Okay, ladies, let's continue. Well, as Miss Hibashi mentioned, we have a different curriculum in each and every nursery we are following. Now, we have a question, which is a wonderful question. She asked, okay, so what we are using before, are we willing to continue using it? Yes. This ASQ tool is designed for a parent. If you can see here on your left screen, you can see that it's mentioned a parent completed. So the purpose of this one, we need the parents joining us in filling this form and also to highlight if there is any delay. Okay, so why ASQ is important? Because it is a globally recognizing tool and it's required from ADIC start using it. When ADIC asks us to use it, ADIC it means our authority here in UAE or in Abu Dhabi. Well, they ask us start working on it in 1st of October and we have time till end of October to have the result and to upload it on our system which is ACES. Now, our curriculum, what we are using, I guess most of the nurseries are doing a progress report or evaluation for the children based on a termly basis. Each 3 month, you are doing the progress report, I mean termly. You are assessing the child and you send the result for the parents. Now, this one is different. Once you have a new child, let the child join the nursery. After 2 to 3 weeks, start to work in this tool in help or with the support of the parent, because now when I'll explain one of the questionnaire you will understand why it's important to share the parents with this with filling this questionnaire. Okay, now what does this questionnaire include? As Miss Hiba mentioned, it include 5 areas. But first of all, let me explain to you a first step using this questionnaire. Let me see if there is any question till we move on. So Miss Hiba, she shared on the chat the difference between each and every curriculum, I guess. All right. So now a new child registered to my nursery. Let me say he is burned in the 2nd of February 2022. How I will know which questionnaire I will use to this child? Because in the questionnaire or age and stage questionnaire ASQ3, there is a 21 questionnaire. There is for 4 month, 6 month, 8 month, 10 month, 14 month, and so on till you are in 60 month. 60 month is the latest one, I guess. Okay. So which questionnaire I will use for my child. I don't know which one. So the tool it will help me. I will just go to the Google and I will type ASQ3 calculator. Okay. Immediately it will give me the result of the free website called ASQ calculator. Also, if you are using Android or iPhone, it's a free application to download from the Play Store or the application. Okay? You just download it on your computer, on your mobile, or you just look after it on Google, search on it. Now, once you open this application or this website, you just have to put the date of birth of the child and then the date of the evaluation. And at the last question, they will ask you, like, which week, like, in case the child delivered earlier than the 9 month. So you have to mention. Okay. So it's very accurate and it's so helpful. Once you fill it, it will tell you which questionnaire you have to use. So it's so easy. Now, let's take a look for the questionnaire number 18. I actually choose it because I feel it's, suitable for everyone. When we start on it, you will find or you will figure out the name of the questionnaire and for which group age. And because it's you use the website, so it's accurate. Okay. Now, what details is mentioned there? Of course, the name of the child, the parents who is filling this questionnaire. It's very basic information about the child. Now, here you will we will have very important points, which is please be honest. Don't put that the result of this question until you participated with your child. So many people will read the question, or many parents will read the question and they will say, "Oh, sure, my child, he can do that." Okay, while the reality, she never try this activity with her child, or the father never try this activity with the child. So please don't put a result till you make sure you do it with the child, you participated with the child. Okay, so this is an important note for the parents. Let's go to the first evaluation point, which is the communication. I guess Miss Hiba, she explained it, how important it is the language or the way that the child communicate with us. It doesn't mean only by words, but it can be by pointing, looking, giving us signs. This is the beginning of the communication. He is responding to us, yeah? So I'll just give you an example. The first point is when your child wants something, does she or he tell you by pointing to it? Okay, so if he is 18 months, he might not yet be able to talk, okay, or not using the word yet. For example, it might be. But if he need water, is he going to look at the water and to point on it? Or maybe he will hold your hand and he will go there. Or maybe he will give you any sign, because many signs the child will be able to give, right? So, if your answer, the mommy or the caregiver or the teacher or the assistant, whoever is the person, is filling this form, if your answer is yes, you will put the mark number 10. So, we will put 10. Okay, okay. So if the answer is yes, the on the line beside the answers, you will put 10. If your answer is sometime, the mark will be 5. If the answer is not yet, it's going to be 0. Okay? Now, once you finish filling all the question and answering everything, there is at the end communication tool. There is the total of everything. So if he is able to do everything, the mark will be total 60, right? Wonderful. Let me see maybe if there is a question here. Mary Jane, she has a question. ESQ tool is very important because they give us an early warning system, help us to work with the parent and to ensure every child get the right support at the right time. Thank you so much. It's very useful. It's so good. It's so great that what you have mentioned exactly. Well. Okay, let's continue with the second part of our evaluation, which is the gross motor. An example for the 18 month, does your child bend over and or squat to pick up an object from the floor and then stand up again without any support? Okay. Again, if your answer is yes, the mark will be 10. If it's sometime, the mark will be 5. If it's not yet, it's going to be 0. And then you calculate the total and you will use it later. Let's go to the third part or the third evaluation area, which is the fine motors. I don't think you need a lot of explanation to understand what fine motors. For example, for the 18 month, does your child throw a small ball with a forward arm motion? If he simply drop the ball, okay, mark. Ladies, they put between the particles exactly what you have to put. They explain it more and more. They give you the description for everything. Yeah. So if your answer yes, 10, sometime is 5, not yet is 0, and then you go for the total. Let me see if there is anyone have a question. We are going to do 3 times in a year like our assessment. No, Miss Muna, once the child register in the nursery, after 2 to 3 weeks, you have to do it with the parents, and then the result you have to upload it on the system. And then you will do this assessment at the end of the year. So when is your educational end of the year? It might be June or July. You will do it again in June or July. Actually, they say in April, ADIC, they mentioned that it's going to be in April also. So it will be 2 times. Once the child he register, or if it's from October until April, you will do it again. Now for the child, for exactly, Miss Alia, for the child, if the child has a red flag and his result or her result is all in a bad, let's say, result, so we need to work with him month per month, frankly saying. Yes, and I will show you at the end also. Okay, let's continue with the fourth area, which is the problem solving. Sorry. Okay, problem solving. I'll just give you an example in 18 months. Does your child drop several small toys, one after other, into a container like a bowl or a box? It means he is not throwing everything like that. He know the sequence, he is removing one by one. So if your answer is yes, it's 10, sometime it's 5, if not yet, it's 0, and then you get the result of everything. Let's go to the last area, which is the personal social. How important it is, guys, that the imaginary of the child, the role play the child will do it, all the support and the activity you are doing in your classroom. Also, you have a corner for the drama, for example. Now, while looking at herself in the mirror, does your child offer a toy to her own image? So if the answer is yes, it's 10, sometime is 5, not yet, it's 0. Okay? Then we are done. We take the total of everything and we will use it later. But before that, we have a question only for the parents. Yeah, parents and provider may use this space below for additional comment in case you would do an additional comment. Example, do you think your child hear well. For example, there is people are not responding for their names. Yeah, you call Maha, Maha. Maha is not here. She is in La La Land. Okay. Well, you finished answering there. Let's take the result of everything. So, in communication, if the child has the 60, the total 60, so full mark for everything, so he is in the a safe area. Okay, he's doing well. He's good. There is nothing to be afraid from. Okay, if the child less than between the 30 and 15, for example, yeah, in the communication, which is the gray area. So here there is a mark that there is a bit of delay. Yeah, if he is or she is between 10 or 0 to 10, so the black area, it means we have to refer this child to the specialist. But before of that, it's good to start working with them in individual plan. If you are unable to do so, please refer them to a special or to center might support them earlier. Yeah, because the early intervention and this tool is very helpful for the early intervention if there is any delay with the child. And I love it because it's accurate and the details mentioned there is really helpful and useful. Yeah. So, let me see if any question till here, ladies. If anyone has any comment, anyone, Miss, not every month, Miss, we do this online. Alia, okay. I don't know if you wish you to explain it more to me because I don't understand what do you mean. We will do it as I mentioned. This form we will do it when the child start in the nursery and we have a chance till end of October to add it on the website. If not, the child register later on in January, February, whatever. I will do it in these days, but after 2 to 3 weeks, so the child will build a relation between me and him. He feel comfortable. The result will be correct, and then I will repeat it again on April as ADIC they mentioned, or at the end of the year. It's up to you. Okay, so you will do it twice. We do through online. Okay, is there any application you are doing it through online, Miss Alia? Because we buy it online. Okay, and as a gift from myself and Miss Hiba, we will share with you the English one, the English version for everyone. Okay, but the Arabic one, unfortunately, it's not available for free on the website. Yeah, there is a specific format for the individual's plan we need to follow. Well, now once you know that this child, he is on the black area, for example. Yeah, here we are. So if the child in the black area and has a delay, for us, the individual plan, we will take one of these points. For example, the communication. We will take it and we will start with the child, depend on our curriculum. What is your curriculum? Is it Montessori? Is it the frame of AYFX? Whatever is your curriculum. Try to take from your curriculum the progress report or any method that you are using and try to work with the child. Of course, you have someone responsible about the individual plan in your nursery, or someone has an idea how to deal with the children with an additional need or additional educational need. Yeah, to build, of course, the individual plan. Yes. If a child gradually progressing, do we need to do it every month? No, of course. If the child he is on the normal area and everything on the normal, sorry, grade, like on the white area and everything, so he's normal, he's perfect, he's on the track, his milestone is correct. So don't worry about him. Let's focus only on the people who are in the gray and on the black. Yeah, let's continue with your. Wonderful question. Yes, but you will do it twice. Yes, yes. Okay. When a child is playing and you called his name and he not respond to his name, but he is active in the class. Okay, Miss Teresa. Well, the child, if he is not responding to the name, there is many reasons. Sometimes he's new in the environment. He has a lot of distraction things in the playground or in the classroom. So he's focusing everywhere. He's distracted, yeah? And some of the children may respond only for the parents. Some of them they have a medical issue. There is a water, there is an issue. They have to make a test for them. So there is many reasons we can't give any diagnosis. We have to keep working with the child with individual plan on responding his name to minimize also the distraction things in the classroom, for example, and then we can work on their respond on a type. Sometime maybe if you call in English and somebody call for example Abdullah, the name of Abdullah, if you call Abdullah he might not respond, but if you say Budi, because in at home they call him Budi, for example, it's just an example, yeah. Okay. Now, Miss Muna, if an Arabic teacher is not a classroom teacher, she need to do also because she is teaching 7 classes. This questionnaire, there is an Arabic and there is an English. The English one version is available and we're gonna to share it for you with everyone. The Arabic one, you have to buy it from Amazon or a different application. Yes, of course, whoever is going to fill this questionnaire, starting with the parents, and you will review it as a teacher, classroom teacher, or anyone, the admin is responsible about that. Okay. Well, that's it for me. I guess we have answered all the questions. This is me and Miss Hiba Imam, social media on Instagram. And also, if you have any question, you can share it on our email. And this is our contact number. And we do have also coming soon our training. It's going to be about for the parents. It will be for parenting and the best practices in education, and for our lovely staff here, educator, manager, it's going to be about the early intervention. Miss Hiba, would you like to share something with us?
No, thank you so much. We just want to tell everyone thank you for everything and for this question also. It's so important question they give us. And we will waiting all of you in our platform. Just write for us, for me and Miss Mahasin, a comment in our platform, and we're gonna send for all of you the ASQ, the English one. And also we will announce about our next training. It will be so important. We will have online training and also attended one. It will not be just online. We will waiting for all of you to know more about us, to know more about our training for next time. Thank you, Ms. Mahasan, for everything, and
Thank you.
thank you for everyone.
Thank you. And please don't forget to mention any training you wish to also attend. As Ms. Hibashi mentioned, face to face or online. We will be grateful to having you. Thank you, and have a lovely day. The record will be on our YouTube. Yes, yes, we will put it. Yes, thank you. Have a lovely day.